That is true.
I got that one quicker than last council.
You did, you did.
What about fat guys? Okay.
All right,
Okay,
I'm on.
we're up and running.
All right, so minutes for November 10th.
I say we approve the minutes for November 10th.
I'll second that. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Minutes approved. Any visitors want to address the finance committee? No.
Or
Okay.
how about the loss on Saturday?
Other than one statement I might make is that I think that they should be looking into a increase in increase in
Property tax.
No, it's income tax.
Income tax.
because you guys are trying to run a town on 1% income tax that was passed in 1964. We're talking 60 years later, and we're still trying to run the town on that same amount, on almost the same amount of number of people that's in this town. There's just over 3,000 people in this town, and there was back in 1960.
What is the income tax?
And we're set at 2, aren't we?
No,
One.
We're at 1.
We've been 1%.
That's what he's
And you
saying.
go to Columbus, it's 3%.
Well, what is it like in Carroll or any? It's 2% in
I
Lancaster.
understand, but
No, I'm saying we need it.
I've had that comparison. I pass it out to council early this year, like January,
We could
February.
pass it out again.
We can pass it out again. You can't really compare us with the other villages in this county. I mean, Carroll's 0.75%.
Yeah. Well, we don't make. Yeah.
Their residence is 500.
Yeah, I was going to say there's nobody that lives in that town.
I'm talking, I give you a snapshot of villages of similar size throughout the whole
Yes,
state.
that's what
and
we
they're all
need.
1.5, 2%. And as you can see from the budget, our projected carry in the general fund, something's got to happen next year.
Yeah.
You're going to have to either figure out a way to change the way you do the reallocation of the income tax, and in doing so, in doing so, and putting it on the ballot, and keep going back to the public if you have to, and then really, and after next year, who knows what's going to happen if
Property taxes.
property
and all
taxes
that
get
stuff,
eliminated.
Yeah.
That's $133,000. No, I'm sorry. That's $150,000 out of our budget when you take in the rollback and homestead.
Right, but isn't the legislature also trying to reduce income tax as well, like state income tax?
Well, that's the
I
state.
also spoke with the county this week or last week about that, and they said even if that is something that voters would do away with, they're expecting that would be more like a gradual, not just a end of the year, no property tax,
Yeah.
it'd be a gradual feeding out,
All right.
which would give us some time.
Well, we are going to need to do an incoming 1% since 1960 is not
64.
practical.
So should
You can't-
finance committee
Push that up.
request that council?
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying that this is what's going to happen next year. These kinds of discussions are going to have to be made, or have to be discussed, and decisions will have to be made next year. We're good right now for another year, but going forward, I'm saying something's got to
I guess, but should we start that conversation with the public now? And get it out
yeah,
there?
yeah, I would say
So
so.
we can officially say from
advance
finance
notice.
recommends to council to put together a citizens, I don't know,
Information something.
try to get the word out that people need to pay attention to this like very closely, because we need the public's help. If they got better ideas, and approach council, and it doesn't have to be done right away, but
Right.
the more we get that out there, and people are going to be mad, all that stuff, but let them be mad, and
Something like we got water to fix, we got roads to
yeah,
fix,
exactly. I
and
mean,
we can't do it on the existing budget.
yeah, and it's just it's kind of
Well,
Anyway.
1964, that speaks to itself.
And that's and
Yeah, it does speak to
Well, that was-
itself.
The thing of it
That
is,
was when-
the thing of it, back then they didn't have to go to the ballot for this. You could automatically do 1%, and that's what this village did in 1964.
Well, the average salary
Right.
since 1964 has increased substantially.
Right.
Yeah.
There
Cost of
has been
maintenance.
a huge revenue increase.
Well, yeah, there's been.
at
I know,
1%.
but
Well, that's true, yeah.
that is true. And
So it sounds funny when you say it that way, because it's not
well, that's true.
accurate.
That, what was I gonna say? But anything above 1% has to be passed by the voters.
So we just a 0.5%, like 1.5.
Well, I can pull back
or
those projections
0.25
from
or
Rita that I
something.
gave you guys back in January and February of earlier this year.
Yeah, we should talk about that though, and we should talk about it early in the year and not
At least
wait.
get it out there and get
Yes.
the word out. Hey, we need,
Yes.
and if anybody's got ideas. All right. So then, I guess our goals are to keep spending within appropriations. We only got like a month, 2 weeks left, something like that. So,
Yes.
There's no legislation increases.
All right. Yeah. So then we'll go to, I guess old business will be the income tax. We just talked about that. All right. I'll just, when council asks for committee reports, I'll just put out there that we need to start
Thinking about that,
investigating,
yes.
Increase in income tax. However, yeah.
Unless you want to figure out a way to change the way we allocate the income tax, that's something.
Yeah, same amounts come in, like what percent goes to what fund, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
We've done that before,
Yeah.
but it seems like now that we're in need of infrastructure, that the allocations are, it's kind of a catch-22. You can't really do it because you're not going to get infrastructure if you do, because it's expensive. All right. So new business, we'll do the financials, the reports, bank reconciliation, and
So last month, we finished with a bank book balance of $2,697,190.86. We had one adjustment to make. We just paid transactions that occurred the day before Thanksgiving. That we were closed the following, closed Thursday and Friday.
Right.
So that hit the bank on the day after Thanksgiving, but it didn't hit my desk until Monday morning on the 1st, so I had to make a reconciliation between the credit card transactions for water and sewer to make things balance. That's what the $1,459 is. That's pretty much it for the reconciliation. Outstanding, there was no deposits in transit for other than that one that hit the bank. Outstanding checks, $20,000. Payment listing, last month we wrote $388,000 worth of checks and I guess ACHs. I guess they're not all checks.
who's Leroy Yoder?
Who?
He's
Leroy.
the builder for the training facility.
Oh, okay. No, that makes sense. That's the right amount.
Yes, Leroy Yoder is for the payment for the training facility of our company. Of course, it pays fires paving for what street was that?
The street, not Park Street, Johnson Street, yes.
Eli got his roof fixed out at the sewer plant, that cost $19,000.
I don't know, we didn't really have a choice but to do that. My question is, I see a couple on here for Safe Built. What have they done for us so far?
They are processing permits.
Oh, are they doing that now? Okay, so they're doing it. Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that looks all good.
And then that's pretty much it. The bank reconciliation. Are there any other questions on that?
No.
Moving on. Star Ohio was $2,049. Last month's distribution agreed was $101,795. Can't think
92% roughly.
92%. So there you have it. We're gonna fall below our appropriation, which is good. Looks that way, unless something catastrophic happens between now and the end of the year.
All right. We've only gone through 13% for storm drains.
Well, yeah. Well, we're hitting that next year. What's being carried over this year?
It
Put
will-
it back into that and then
Did
hit.
that
Yeah.
in the year that we did one of the biggest storm projects we've ever done on the east side, or done lately on the east side. That 15-inch tile, did that all come out of the storm sewer budget? The repair on the storm sewer on Holden Road?
No, that came out of sewer.
The drain tile?
But we got reimbursed for that.
Which one? We're talking about the one behind your house that runs all the way out past my old house.
Oh, that came out of storm sewer. That was a couple thousand dollars.
All right.
So will we be able to roll that money in and spend it next year?
Yeah, we've got, if you looked at the budget, you'll see we've got the,
If there's anything we need to do at storm,
Reduce the CCTV stuff is the big
Yeah.
thing.
And then that will help with the I&I as well.
right, if you can get it to the creek,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
to the sewer plant.
Right, right.
That's the goal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Catch it, send it to
exactly.
the
we
creek.
got money budgeted next year.
Okay, good.
We just had a budget in case we need to repair some stuff. I'm not out there, so they tell me, when they come in, they do a PO request. I ask them, is it storm related sewer, they tell me what I charge the sewer.
We had planned on doing the CCTV this year, which is what that budget is for. But then when we got the findings and orders, and then we were waiting, and then by the time we realized that is something that they're gonna want us to do, it was kinda too late in the season to really get it ramped up, and so we just moved it over into next year's budget.
The one over by your house, Brittany, was that this year or last year?
It's probably been 2 years ago.
Trust me, if there's anything storm related, Tim tells me, and then I just make sure I charge it.
Well, I'm good with the reports, but you, Gar. Gar makes a motion that we accept the reports. I'll second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Passes. We accept the financial reports. All right, so moving on to budget 2026. We've got the budget printed out here.
This is the one, the final one, everything is in positive, in the black, I should say. We'll go through a final reading tonight. We highlighted on page 7.
Count for the tablets.
Yeah, I got a reserve for the tablets. We'll need to talk about that next.
Yeah.
Or we can we can talk about both on that if we want to. But,
Yeah, they're pretty much related. We
I
can.
guess I'll open up. I had to make one little small change this morning. I just when I did Tim's budget, I forgot to include Peg's truck.
The payment, okay.
So I had to
Yeah.
update his debt service a little bit to account for Peg's truck.
Yeah, how much is that payment, just out of curiosity?
I just looked at it today. It's like we pay it every 6 months. It's
Gotcha.
6,000.
Gotcha, so we'll have it paid off relatively quickly, yeah, yeah. Okay.
I don't know. And the reason why we was talking before about the carryover from the general fund is 31,000. That's projected carryover. That doesn't mean it's gonna be 31,000. But that's where this whole discussion is going to show up. Income tax, what we're gonna do if property tax.
What was the carryover last year on that?
Vote on that won't even be till November of next year.
Right.
So you don't know where it's headed.
Yeah, we don't know where it's.
Yeah, there's no point
Yeah.
panicking about it.
There's very little wiggle room. We have to start working on park rate next year.
Yeah,
We have to.
which we, I think we're we're getting a blueprint of what it's gonna cost, cause Tim, they can build the building,
Yeah. And I spoke to V3 a couple weeks ago. They're gonna put together
just a drawing
just a
for him to
CAD
do.
drawing for the shelter
Yeah,
house, which
right.
is what the grant means. They're gonna do that soon.
And then actually, I've got a name of it, cause we gotta do a little playground too, don't we?
Yep.
Well, I'm sorry.
Hand that to Matthew.
Carryover is the 18,000. Now, of course, that's gonna change as I close commitments.
Right.
It should increase.
Yeah.
I still got some outstanding POs.
I gotcha,
Money's still coming in this month, so.
Right.
Right now it's in that. For the street fund, I do not have, I know projected carry was 31,000 for the street fund, but I don't have in there the Elmwood Jefferson, cause I don't know if it's gonna,
Yeah, we gotta see if it's gonna pass, if we're gonna get it, yes, I gotcha.
So
Yeah.
his share of that cost, if we have to increase appropriations.
Right.
For the project, is roughly 25,000.
Gotcha. No, and I know, we don't know, Brian, like you said, till we know.
Yeah.
Which when will we know that, Matt? February?
But we're doing it different than last year.
Yeah, no, I know, it's,
loan
we
grant.
have a chance,
So the
we have a
chances are
better
higher.
chance of getting it, yes.
So right now, minus the Elmwood Jefferson, there's no street paper project.
Right. Well, I mean, we're gonna have to figure, it is what it is. I mean, but if we do that project and we get to pave that all the way around, then that'll be a good thing. That's a big paving project.
There's still money available.
Yes, and that's a big paving project.
Is Fairview included in that?
Fairview's not in there.
It's not included in the,
I don't know how much Fairview would be.
Gar, you gotta tell me where Fairview is.
there's Jefferson, Elmwood, Fairview.
Is that where the marathon station's at?
Yeah,
That little street?
well, it goes all the way back.
It
past
goes
the
down and
apartments.
around the back
Yeah.
and comes back.
Well, that's something we'll have to figure out. That one
Well-
needs to be,
Isn't that
Well,
the loop
I-
you were talking about?
yeah,
that
I-
water in?
No, when this initially went out, I don't know, I heard Fairview, Elmwood, Jefferson.
So what we've talked with, what we put in an application for was just Jefferson and Elmwood.
I mean, it doesn't say you can't do Fairview.
yeah, we may, cause it's short.
Because it's a water line.
Yeah, it's not that big to,
It's currently not in the budget, but you have a permissive motor vehicle license tax fund that can be used to pave. And
Cause they were talking about taking the lines down through the old Doomy property and then running them south, south, up to Elmwood and then over to Fairview.
To do a loop.
Yeah, the water lines.
the water lines,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, we just wait to see if we get the money. I think that was it.
Yeah.
The initial money is what we were kinda waiting to
I mean,
see.
is that something the council wants to do?
Yeah,
next year?
and we'll just wait till we
can
see if we
look-
got the
I can
money.
look at numbers more better.
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
adjust the budget accordingly.
But it's like, we have to wait till we see if we get the money too. Which I think we have a better chance this year than we had last year, the way we did it, with the way we did the request, I guess you would say.
Moving on to starting on page 12 is the proprietary funds. The water fund, as you can see, we're rarely in operation right now. Yes, Scott's looking a lot better, cash balance wise.
Right.
So we've kind of been monitoring this.
But we're still gonna have to be careful all the way through. I mean, we just,
One more payment on the water tower, and that's free and clear, so next year's the last payment on that.
what is that payment per year, Brian?
Well, it's gonna be roughly 28,000.
Man, if we can, once that's done, we can stick that back in the budget. That's definitely not gonna hurt things.
Yeah, and I got, you wanted purchasing a vehicle.
Yes,
I got that budget in there, but offset it, we have to take out a loan.
right. I know, yeah.
We wouldn't be having.
I know. Then, to be honest with you, then all the vehicles in the village, water, sewer, maintenance, I mean, then we're done. But them guys are using cars, I mean, the one that Scott drives around in, it's the old police car, and we just need a small truck a white truck that says Village of Baltimore on it, just like so it's all uniformed.
So right now.
We may.
You know, we have on discussion for the next meeting about
Yes.
We have nothing budgeted right now for meters.
Well, as we get that tap fee money.
Once we,
So you're saying our normal transition from,
it's temporarily on hold until we get some money from the developer.
Right.
so no switch out, no, we didn't buy another 50 meters and put them in this year for 2020.
All the ones-
We just installed the ones that we had approved from the last budget cycle. So in this budget, there's no, it does not take an additional, yeah.
Right.
The only thing we have on hand is just a few extra for
Repairs.
emergency repairs.
What about the carryover money? How many meters do we buy with the carryover money?
It's carryover right now. Well, it's estimated at 68,000.
Right.
If we spent that carryover money, we have to change some things in here to get him in line.
Well, we'll have money if we need to buy another 20 meters or something, or if we,
It's not gonna get us anywhere very quick. We've got a lot of meters to change and we're not making very good progress on it.
we did toward the end of this year, I felt like, once we lit the fire, yes.
But now we're turning right around and not even buying meters to make the changes.
Right.
So we need to use that carryover to buy meters, so we.
How much is it a meter?
Next year.
It's roughly $275 a meter.
Yeah, we need to buy maybe
Yeah,
more than
we
20 then
got
too.
carryover
I
money
got you,
to
I got
buy
you.
those meters and put them in next year.
I got what you, I guess I was thinking the meters were
Didn't we buy like
a lot
30
more
or
money.
40 at a pop last time we had?
Yeah.
A bunch?
We were buying,
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, 50 meters.
Yeah, and then we should do, we,
$10,000.
but I think
Not
that's,
even really,
yeah, I think that's something that we can do it anyways.
we need to.
Right.
because We were the ones saying, we need to get this done, we need to get this done, we need to get this done, and then we don't get any more meters.
Right, well, and the
We don't
problem
need
is
to wait on tap fees
I
to
think,
buy meters and install.
no, I agreed, but I think that those meters sat on the shelves for so long that I was just like, look, and we did light the fire and they got done. But yes, to go ahead, get another 50 meters and then, and get them done right away, yes.
It sounds like you got the money in this year's funds to do it this year.
Yeah, I would say just get 50 meters and, cause you're right, it took us that long, to get those meters.
Put it on the shelf and then we'll light a fire under it and get it installed.
Well, and I don't mean that
Yeah.
badly to anybody, but I'm just saying, we,
no to the idea, but, okay, yeah, if we order meters now, that's gonna take away from that $68,000 carryover.
That's great.
Okay, that's taking from that 9,000 positive into a negative, so we're gonna have to do something else to make this balance. That's what I'm saying,
well, can we wait to order the meters until the first of the year and then do it that way? I'm just asking.
It's about the budget.
Okay.
So essentially, he won't have any carryovers, what we're saying.
Well, yeah, it'd be
We didn't
negative.
say we were gonna buy 150
Right.
meters, we said we were gonna buy 50 meters.
Right.
But we gotta keep that ball rolling though, right?
Right.
No,
I know he's got some things in here budgeted to fix, like the brine tank and that kind of stuff.
how much, do you have any idea how much money we made selling water this year? I would just be curious by that number. Yes.
Well, right there, if you look at page 1, we brought in 16,000.
Okay, that's better than nothing. I mean,
There's why you have money for meters.
but I'm just saying, that's better than nothing.
Yeah,
We were,
have
but
nothing.
we weren't, there was like 3,000 or 4,000 a year. I mean, 16 grand is,
So you want 50 meters purchased this year to be installed in, well, when they come,
yeah. Well, but here's the deal. If we're gonna buy 50 meters, we're gonna install 50 meters. We're not gonna buy them and get them, and then about the middle of next summer say, how many meters are there? And they're gonna say, well, we got those 50 on the shelf. I don't care if they install them as soon as they come in. Am I right about that, or am I not right about that, Garth?
We gotta keep that moving.
Okay, I'm just
I
asking.
can't imagine they're that busy they can't install some meters.
Right. Right. Okay. Well, we know what we gotta do then.
Then, whatever that is, we'll probably have to make a.
Well, and part of the problem with meters is we're probably losing revenue. We're probably losing revenue due to some bad meters.
Right.
I know we tried to target those first.
Right.
But the
Yeah, 'cause I got a new meter. My water bill went up $100,000 a year.
So
I'm
I have
just
your okay
kidding.
once, I can, like, lower some of these numbers to make it balanced.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you got to make the budget balance. I understand that, but make it balance and then let's order the meters. Yes. It's right.
Yes.
I'm asking you guys. I'm not. Okay.
I'm fine, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, you're
No,
good
yeah,
with that,
no,
right?
I'm-
You're good with that, right, Gar?
I get
mean,
it. I get it. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Okay. Yeah, we got to pass the budget. I get what you're saying there, Brian. Plus, you guys have worked hard on
As
it.
long as you're okay with me.
Yeah. Jimmy jogging some numbers around. Yes.
Which brings us,
Okay, so the sewer fund is looking okay, for next year. Moving on, swimming pool,
Are you?
So, are we ordering the dirt to fill it in like in the spring, or when are we? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Rick will be happy about that.
if you're concerned about storm funds, you look on pages 14 and 16. You're gonna see where we have Kelly's budget,
That's the financial study.
that's the financial study, that's budget out of water and sewer.
That's fine. But I'm telling you, that's a good thing because then they can tell us how to get the money that we need to do the stuff we need to do.
Portion of the Jacob study is coming out of the storm fund. The majority of it's coming out of the storm, or sewer improvement fund. Of course, the CCTV is all there. Still leaves us with $60,000 if we need to maintain for repairs and storm-related repairs, so.
Yeah, I mean that's a good number to be at. I feel like.
And then we have the last page is just, that's just people paying in their water deposits.
so to the, ABC.
Okay, the next one is the ABC, and as you can see, on page 7, I have that highlighted. I'll let Matt explain this one.
Yeah, so Rick turned in his laptop. ABC came in, took a look at it, and they said it would cost more to repair it than it would be to replace it. So, went ahead and had them give us an estimate on 6 new laptops, and when the price came in, what you see there.
I don't
feel
need a
like
new
we can
laptop. We can do
much
better than that. Yeah.
I mean, do something that can accommodate Microsoft, because that's what we work with in the office. But I think we could do something through Best Buy at a
I mean,
fraction.
I pulled up prices just on Chromebooks.
Yeah.
You would save so much money.
I don't think Chromebook.
You can get different
Is it Microsoft compatible?
Yeah. They're,
Yeah.
because basically, as long as you can access the internet.
Because we
you can
pay,
just sign in to Outlook.
Okay.
Yeah, those laptops were never very.
I mean, you're talking anywhere
And what
between
we're
$100 to
replacing with is
$700
what?
per unit.
So,
So what do you want us
so,
to do?
I would
the
get some
Microsoft
prices.
Suite, I'm sorry.
I would get some prices on other ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think 1,000
I did have
piece
a
is
Chromebook,
too
but I
much.
could not
Oh, yeah.
download
For a
Microsoft.
setup.
What's that?
They want $4,000 for IT
Yeah,
labor
Yeah.
and setup.
I think we could just do something through
That's-
Geek
that's
Squad
what is-
down at Best Buy.
And I don't know, I mean, I know not everybody used them.
I won't want one.
I know she
I
uses
use
her own personal computer, but
I
I know
don't.
that
Oh.
oh no, I mean,
I
you
do.
know, but I just know that I can't mix my personal and business life with
Yeah.
this life.
Well, let me reach out to Best Buy and Geek Squad and see if we can get a better price on that. And then once we get that price, I can contact each council member, the 2 new ones that are coming on.
Yeah.
We don't
And
wanna
to
buy,
confirm.
yeah, like, the mayor doesn't want one, we're not gonna get it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want
I
one.
know she's never used
And
hers.
Gar don't want one, there's Sally's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
I'm
this
not-
is still
this is
working,
easier for
it is
me.
right
Isn't it
now, would
easier
I
for
have the
you?
option to get one later when this dies versus,
I
I
think
mean,
you.
it's
Very hard to
updated,
change
what
them
I'm,
as needed. We don't really know
Right.
what Jamie's gonna want
No,
this year or Phil.
I think the only thing
So it
we
might
were
be a
If
thinking.
they show up tonight, we'll ask them.
I think the only
Jamie's
thing
probably
we
gonna
were
want what
thinking
I
was
do.
is we already have issues at times with
We
them
do,
to go ahead and just
but-
replace them. If we're not replacing them at $11,000, then we can replace them at a
kind of as needed,
Yeah,
they're
that's-
200
Yeah, I
bucks a
mean, you
it
can
piece.
would
replace
make
them for
sense.
a lot less.
Even if it was $500 a piece.
I mean, and that's a high-end
Yeah.
Chromebook.
Is it?
They're much cheaper.
Cheaper than that?
Because
See, I
we
don't know.
We utilize them at school.
I just use
Once
whatever
that's
they
CPI,
tell me.
I can figure it out.
Yeah,
It's not that
right.
Okay. Yes. Yes, Brian.
So I had a question about the licensing fee for Microsoft. That's separate from the hardware, right?
What's that?
The licensing fee,
It's separate.
Right.
and we already have that in the contract. We've already paid for that, right?
I just renewed our license.
Okay.
I wrote the check for that last week.
Right. Okay. So as long as we have the hardware that's compatible with that
Yeah, it's gotta be
platform,
compatible.
yeah, then because that's really all we need is be able to use Microsoft.
Yeah.
All right.
Just need to
Okay.
be able to open the
All I use
documents.
it for is this, which is nothing.
Yep.
Right.
Right.
But it does create a nice separation.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
I've
Public
been
records
used
as well, so.
twice a month for what, 3 hours to read the minutes and
Right.
enter the vote. I mean,
I can.
that's-
That's a nice thing about this
All right.
paper right here.
All right. So we've gone through pretty much everything on the agenda.
Yes.
Anything else for finance in lieu of closing? Nope. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Aye.
All in favor? Aye. We're adjourned. 6:33.
Mr. Foreman, will you do this next meeting, please? Doesn't sound like it.
Okay, can I call this meeting of rules committee to order? Roll call?
Oh, you got time. You got time because there's not much on here. You got time, Brian.
Breathe, Brian, breathe.
See,
Yeah. You just click a button. Hey, I gotta take notes.
if you're, yeah. Well, that's, me and Gar's further ahead, aren't we, Gar?
Present.
Here,
Also in attendance, we have Mayor Ellis, Village Administrator Matthew Niheiser, Police Chief Brett Rogers, Fiscal Officer Brian Bidler, Council Jeff Fako, and council members, Wade Cosgray and Gar Phillips. Can I get approval of the minutes for November 10th, 2025?
McCray moves to approve the minutes.
Foreman seconds. And visitors, anything for the Rules Committee tonight? Okay, goals, village alleys. Feel like we beat this to death or.
Yeah, so the only one that was included in your packet tonight was the last round that was presented, and I think we were holding off till tonight to give council members an opportunity if they wanted to drive by and take a look.
Okay. I'm just, to me, this seems like a maintenance thing for like the service committee, and that we've gone from discussing the rules aspect of alleys to assessing their condition
Okay.
and maintaining them. So I don't know why we need to keep this in the rules. But
I agree with
I'm not
that.
the committee chairman, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
this is-
But you're speaking in her place tonight.
Yeah, I don't know why it's in the rules.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, moving on from.
Well, okay, well, we can, let's say we're gonna move this to, move into.
Because I agree. Ultimately, they would be
Yeah.
the ones that need to
I
sign
think
off and
what
say,
this
we
started-
don't have to access
This
anything.
started out as a
through this.
conversation about are we gonna maintain them or are we not
correct.
gonna maintain them? And now it's morphed into this is how we're going to maintain them moving forward.
Good.
So it's no longer, to me, a rules issue.
So you're gonna keep, you're taking this as.
Okay. So then, code ordinances overlap. This is kind of a new thing, and Brandy, you're the one that brought this up.
Yes.
Have
Well,
we had any movement on it?
yeah, someone brought this to me. So essentially, in this packet, you will see that we have a resident who really, she did a really nice job of kind of going through our paperwork through the ordinances and looking. There seems to be some overlap with some conflicting language. So I think she was just curious as to how we handle these particular situations. Did you,
I've started reviewing it, I haven't
Okay.
finished my review.
and I think you would be
They
the one
spent-
we're
whoever put
leaning
this
on.
together spent a lot of
She
time.
did.
They must have gone through the entire
She
codification.
probably did.
I mean, they must have.
Can we just put her on, like, part-time?
Actually,
Have her
she would be a
maintain
huge
moving forward.
asset.
Code review.
Code review.
Well, I guess.
She did it at no pay this time, so maybe she'd do it for a small.
We need to identify and then.
Right.
Fix it, gotta fix it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean,
Yes.
if they conflict, we gotta decide it's gonna be this or gonna be that.
Right, right.
So, once we have a listing of those conflicts,
Oh, and they're here.
okay, can we get them summarized into like a digestible?
Like in this packet, I feel like there is about as simplified as you're going to get. And I think
With
really, we're gonna be
recommended
leaning
steps.
on
With
Jeff to
recommended
help
steps or
make
With
some
recommended
recommendations.
It's probably gonna take an ordinance or two to amend
Mhm.
our current codified ordinances to make the corrections.
Okay, well,
Agree.
we're probably gonna have a different rules committee here in about one meeting.
Okay.
So I'd say it would be best to punt this
Well, and it can stay on the agenda
Yeah.
as far as that
to
goes.
the next,
Yeah.
formation of the rules committee. Have the first meeting.
And I will give credit to, this is Melissa Pickens. So,
Yeah, if we really needed somebody to do that, she would definitely, there's no joke about that.
or Jeff, if you ever need staff, she's
She
Very
is
detail-oriented.
I was
unbelievable.
gonna say, very detailed.
She is
Sound
un-
double speak in this political stuff. That's shocking. I can't believe that even happened.
not at all.
Okay, so that sounds like that's pretty much gonna be when the new rules committee gets together, we'll
Figure it out.
figure those out and make changes as needed. So developer tap fees, I'm not sure,
So, yeah, so this was dealing with,
in response to how will they pay them and when they pay
do
them.
they pay them up front? Does that become an ordinance? Lithopolis is recommend, what they do is they've done both, but they haven't codified it. They just make it a part of their negotiation process.
Well,
approve
they
this
need to
when we
pay it
get
when they do it.
So.
And if they're gonna do
council asked-
10 houses, they're gonna pay 10
That's what I was
taps.
gonna say. We discussed 10 to 15 units being
Yeah.
paid preemptively.
For
And
their
it-
own purposes, they don't build one house at a time.
No, but I don't wanna get it one at a time
They're putting
anyways.
in 5 foundations because that's what's best for them. We need
That's what
5
they're
tap
gonna tap
fees.
fees.
Yes,
It needs to be before they break ground.
Right.
yes,
That's
yes.
what we do now
Yeah.
with new builds,
Whenever
one-off stuff.
I was doing it, I didn't turn a single shovel of dirt till I had my tap fee paid.
Well, and,
It's not part of you don't really even have the permit till the tap fee.
well, and it's gonna protect us from, you know, that, and that's the other thing. Next year, if there's 20 or 30 houses built at these couple different places, and Brian gets that tap fee money in the middle of this year, it's not, he always says, Rick, you can't count it, and he's right.
So it's not in the
I
budget.
agree, it's not in the budget, and he's 100% right about that. But man, if we get those tap fees like in the middle of 26, it would give us a shot in the arm.
You give us a check, it's in the budget, and
Right.
then you have the money to spend.
Right.
No, Brian, I'm saying to you, it's awesome that it'd just be a shot in the arm in the middle of the year for us. So I mean that,
When we're talking about needing more money to do what we
Yes.
do, this is where it comes from.
yes,
Yeah, I mean, from my experience, whenever you're pulling the permit to build a house,
Yeah.
before you get that permit, all your fees have to be paid.
Well, we did that today with Bob Jude.
So, yeah, that's,
Well, 1319 is a different situation, but
Yeah.
we've done that in the past.
And I do think we need to make sure public understands we are not writing off or at any of these types of fees. The
Oh.
developers are responsible.
yeah.
for
That's something we're gonna have to talk about in council because we need an information
I'm
officer.
just
You're
stating this now.
you are 1,000% right because I'm tired of reading it.
well, all of our peers are doing it in other municipalities, and they assume we are too.
Right,
Yeah.
And I
and
am
we are not.
dead set against it, absolutely.
About what?
Giving them
Free
free
tap-
passes.
Oh, we're not giving any of them.
Right, right.
We're not doing. I mean,
there's-
you
we don't
guys
want
sat
any
here.
misnomers
You,
out there.
you sat here for the negotiations with D.R. Horton, and you heard what I said.
Yes.
And we're gonna stick with that. You wanna come to Baltimore, it's gonna cost you money. It's just that simple.
The reason we're getting that bad rap is because other municipalities are doing it.
We're not doing
We're
it.
not,
And
they
rumor
need to
mill.
know that.
Yeah, and rumor mill, yes. But we need to talk about in council, having some sort of information person to address some of the things when they are come up on, so, I
We don't
don't
want
know why
false
we care about
information
social media,
being
but we
spread.
do. And it's bad information. That was the worst information I've ever seen,
Mm-hmm.
in 2 years. And you don't want me getting on there and correcting them. Cause I mean, you just
It needs to
don't.
be a
It needs to,
uniform
Correct.
response
right, and it needs to
delivered
be,
by a designated person.
right,
I
and
thought we designated Kelly's hat.
we did, but we have to give her the information, yeah.
That's what I mean.
We have
That's
to,
what he's saying.
yeah,
He's talking writing it,
right,
Oh, well,
yeah,
I
so
mean,
he has to write
we
it.
have to tell her our position.
Right.
and she can write it.
right, and we need to do,
It's not,
Write it and she
I will
just
say,
puts
there
it.
have been times where we have said, hey, put something out about this.
Mhm.
And
you
it's been,
regretted it
and it's
because it
been,
didn't get the
it's
spin
been
you wanted.
95%, but the 5%. So
Cost
what
of
we've been doing
ref.
is we've just been saying, hey, please post this. I think
Exactly what we
it's
were.
better for her, and
Okay.
we get the message
And,
out. that's
and I
why.
think we need to be specific that we need to try to determine a specific period of time, whether it's within 24 hours, but a quicker turnaround.
Well, she gets on a little.
So, oh no, and I'm
Yeah.
not, I'm just
And
saying
she's
Yeah.
that
coming in
the,
in about a week. She's coming in, and she's going to teach us. She's going to teach Connie and I how to post, so that when we have an emergency post, we don't have to wait till the evening when she's free to
Well,
post those
Yeah.
things.
Because that should
just
have
the
been,
damage control.
that's
the earlier
that
the
should have been,
better with
we
this.
should have addressed that right away.
She posts on her Facebook account. It would take somebody in the office who has Baltimore in the know, and then keeps me abreast of that. And then if it's
Well, they have to,
an issue-
everything has to be ran through you.
and
I
then-
don't
and
want
then
somebody
I,
just,
And then I could
I
respond
was
to
gonna say,
that.
can you be the one that?
yeah, it has to
That's
be.
fine with
Can
me.
you,
That's kind of what I would consider part of.
Well, I feel like I would have the information to
Yes.
respond.
Yes.
You should.
can you be then underneath of the, Village of Baltimore pseudonym or whatever, so that it wouldn't be just your name, like, so if
Right.
Kelly's the one who's posting for the Village of Baltimore, then
Right.
if you could be added as admin for that, so then you could respond from
As the
that.
Village of Baltimore,
Yes,
not-
so
not
it's
by-
official.
Right. That's
Okay.
Yeah, because,
Any response should be
From the
official
village.
from the
Yes,
Village of
not just
Baltimore.
from you
and
personally,
we
but
need
from
to
the
start
village.
addressing this stuff, because as things
Yes,
progress,
I agree.
it'll get more and more out of control in
It
the,
becomes problematic,
Yeah.
because then we have false
It
information
isn't
that's
a
being
single
spread.
person's name, it's a group of people
Right.
responding.
and most of the people that are responding from that don't have time to come to a meeting, or don't have time to lift up the phone and call and ask what the real truth is.
Or they just don't.
Right, or they just
Right.
don't. But if I'm the one that's responding,
It turns into an argument.
well, or
Right,
you'll just
right.
run me, they'll fire me.
No, I
'Cause
just
I'll
think
use the
that
F-word.
way, it's coming specifically from the, it's not one of us shooting from the hip, that's a really poor
Friendship.
pun,
Friendship.
but you get what I'm saying.
Yes,
And
100%.
You don't know how many times you tell somebody, well, they're all public meetings, you can attend.
Right.
They just look at you like deer in the headlights.
Yeah, no, you're right,
And
Gar.
I think that should be reiterated on these posts.
And I
Yes.
think a lot of
Everyone
us do
should be
come
following
to
up
a
with,
meeting.
Yeah.
Please attend our meeting.
Read
They
the
won't.
minutes.
Here's
It's
the schedule.
safer,
Yeah.
Maybe that's the only
it's
thing we
safer
post.
to stay behind this little thing right here.
It is, so
Or
much
this
easier.
little thing in your hand than it is to come in
Yeah.
here. And they won't do it.
Yeah. But they'd rather be keyboard warriors on some of that
Yes,
stuff,
I
so.
know.
Uh-huh,
All right, well, we'll move onward from that.
okay.
Because that gets me fired up.
We're getting Mary's blood pressure.
You don't want that this week.
So,
Nope.
it sounds like we know where we're at on developer tap fees, so I don't know that that needs to be on here anymore. So that's all. Sounds like we went over it. So new business, anybody have any new business? Next meeting will be held on the second Monday in January, January 12th, 6:30 PM, or meet the following finance committee. Do I have a motion to
I
adjourn?
move to adjourn. All right, 15 minutes.
Are we having another council this year?
us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. It'd be nice to say hello and welcome to our meeting here. Can I get a roll call, Brian?
Present.
Present.
Here.
Here.
Yes, sir. Can I get someone to approve the minutes from November 24th council meeting?
I move to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Can I get a roll call on that, please?
Yes.
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 Okay. Can I get an approval of the agenda for this evening?
Form makes a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
McCreary seconds.
May I get a roll call on that as well, Brian?
Yes.
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 I see that we have some visitors. Are any of you signed up to speak? Or you just here for the, yes?
Yes. John Daft and Coutinho.
Okay. Mr. Daft, please come forward, speak.
I have a question regarding the Clamford annexation.
Uh-huh.
What is the time frame that that property will take to be fully annexed? And what does that annexation being passed as an emergency do to that time frame?
Well, we didn't pass it by emergency. We didn't pass the Clamford. Oh,
Yeah, we did.
I'm
Yeah, we did.
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
we did.
thinking of the other.
Yeah.
So,
I can answer.
please.
Council at the last meeting approved the final piece of legislation accepting that annexation, and all those documents have been sent to the county, and they'll go through the process of double checking the legal description, making certain all the documents are in order, and then eventually that will be recorded. And once it's recorded, then it's added to, becomes part of the municipality. So
And-
that's where we're at. It usually takes 4 weeks, give or take a week or so, for that process to be completed, and we're in that right now.
So here's what I will tell you as well.
Does
I-
that answer your question?
I think so, and then the
Well,
passing it as an
but-
emergency expedites it by
4 weeks.
two
Well,
meetings,
The
4 weeks.
village does it for a number of reasons. One, because it's a quirky situation in the Ohio Revised Code that says that the village has to wait 60 days from the date that the county commissioners rule on that before it can be brought to council. I respectfully disagree with that 60-day time period, and because I don't think that that's explicitly in the Ohio Revised Code, but that's what our county commissioners, that's the position they take. It's a similar position that a lot of other county commissioners take also, that we have to wait that 60-day time period. That and the waiving of 3 readings allows the development to move forward in a more of a timely fashion. We're under the terms of a pre-annexation agreement that calls for the village to act timely whenever possible, and to expedite matters.
Well, I want to address that too, because I saw things on social media, which we talked about earlier, addressing. We had a choice there. It was either going to be us annexing that, or it was going to be Thurston annexing that. And it didn't make sense to any of us for Thurston to annex this side of 37. So Mr. Coutinho is the actual developer. We discussed it with him, and he didn't, I don't want to say he didn't care, but we had a choice. We are either going to annex this and it's going to be part of Baltimore, or Thurston. They were ready to annex it too. So we jumped on it, and I'm not embarrassed or afraid to say that, because we want that to be part of our village.
Gotcha.
And again, you know, I feel like all these people are just jumping about how we want development. There's at one point it comes down to, Either we're gonna do it or somebody else is, and it would be better for the village if we do it, just for so many reasons. But so many people don't ask those questions or come to meetings, you know what I mean? So we can't answer those questions. There's so much more involved in it than what I read on social media. It was ridiculous.
And at the time we did it, Thurston probably could have used the same process we did to get
Yes.
all the way to the village limits of Baltimore and annex another farm even closer.
Well, their goal was to annex all the way to the Baltimore Corporation limit, from where they're at all the way there. Now, that just doesn't make sense to anybody in this room, I don't think. Again, we're not pro anything, but we're pro Baltimore, and why would we have Thurston drive outside of Baltimore and then be in Thurston? It just didn't make sense. So we were adamant about that, and I'm not embarrassed or ashamed to say it.
Also that 208 plan.
Yeah, well, that definitely played out. The 208 plan is the EPA plan, which said that Baltimore basically should encompass west of 37 and Thurston east of 37, which we were abiding by what the 208 plan said at the EPA as well. So we were just doing the correct thing, and that's why that was what it was.
Per sewage?
Yes.
Per everything,
EPA, utilities.
everything, yes.
In fact, they have us going a little bit east of
Yeah, we could go,
37, but
we could-
council was unified in trying to make sure we control everything this side of 37.
we're not looking to be greedy, we're not looking to annex all the way around Baltimore, we're not. But we're not gonna let another village take the utility rights away from us. I mean, we have a lot to do in this town, 1000%, but in order to do some of the stuff that we wanna do, it takes money, and we will get income from that. So that's where we're at.
We service those properties out there, Circle K, Dairy Queen, we service those.
With water?
And
Yes,
sewer.
water and sewer. So,
I did not realize the sewer line was that far.
And tell me if I'm wrong, but we're also not gonna allow anybody else tell us what we can and cannot annex.
yes, that is correct.
That's been our problem with Liberty Township, is we're trying to enter an agreement with them, and as you know, as you have learned firsthand,
Ultimatums aren't gonna work with this
yeah,
council.
it's just not, no one on council was okay with that.
We have to, and again, I'll speak for all of us. We have no desire, what we got on our plate now, our plate's full. We don't, to go to the south, to go to we're not looking for that. But 20 years down the road, our kids or our grandkids, they gotta have the ability to do what's right for the village. And that's just, to tie our hands, is like Gar said, there's nobody in this room that sits on council that's willing to say, yeah, we'll abide by that. And we're not looking to do anything expeditiously. We're just looking at the right way to do it. And that we just all feel that's the right way to do it. And, you know, when people come to meetings like you do, or people come, that's how you get the information, is you ask questions. I don't feel like, I read that stuff, it drives me insane. And we decided tonight I'm not the one to address it on social media, probably.
And we also want to say that any type of development is a process. It is
Right.
not organized overnight. So
No.
this is a very lengthy process.
Yes.
There are many steps that happen before any development,
Yes.
any ground is moved.
Yes, I mean, we'd want to do it the
Again, if
right
people
way.
have questions, ask, but it is a process.
Yes.
So
Appreciate it.
there was no truth at all to the statement.
any
that there was
of
going to be a
it.
500 unit mobile home park
That was,
Well,
to the east. That
honestly, if
just-
Thurston got the annexation, maybe there would have been.
so hopefully
we
people
don't
are
know what
hearing
there
that.
would have been,
Yeah.
but he's right. They could have, if it had been another village take it, they could have put
Yeah,
anything they
could
wanted
have
in there.
approved it. And, I mean,
So,
just, we didn't favor that.
no,
Well-
we didn't. And it's nothing against Thurston. They're our
Right.
good neighbors.
And-
And we want to be good neighbors. But when it's on this side of 37, it's Baltimore.
And I also think the developers that we have listened to and worked with are really working with us.
Yeah,
not
Jim, would you
against
agree with
us.
that?
And I think we're really fortunate.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Okay.
just saying, we want to
Which one
do
of our
right.
developers is sitting right here?
Yeah, well, and he'll tell you that we're making them jump through hoops. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but we are making them jump through hoops because we're going to do it the right way.
2 years now?
Yeah.
But I guarantee that doesn't happen every place you go, probably.
Yeah.
Like,
Sometimes it's quicker, but I'm glad you asked these questions
Okay,
because
so
it's,
all the cards on the table. I'm just
Yes.
I'm a pawn in the rumor mill.
yeah,
I take half of this information to Liberty Township. I take the other half directly to Widener's Corner.
yeah,
There's no
You're the one.
yeah.
So the rumor that Baltimore will be bankrupt. Okay?
Yeah.
The question has been posed as to infrastructure.
Yeah.
And what is the financial liability of Baltimore, and where does that come in chicken and egg stuff as to who has to put in pipes, lift stations,
Well,
et cetera?
the developers are putting that stuff. Ask that guy back here. He's writing some
So
big checks.
These are.
Not yet, but he is.
I get asked questions that I don't know the answer
Yeah.
to, and then there's lots of jumping to conclusions.
I'll
No
gi-
free
I'll-
tap
Those are
fees.
No free. And here's the other thing: when the first development that we got approved was north of town, and that's a D.R. Horton. It was I think it was $1 million to run the water line under the railroad, and there was a lot of things like that, and they wanted this, that, and we told them, look, if you want to come to Baltimore, it's going to cost you money. We didn't concede to anything. We stuck by our guns, and we want to be good partners with our developers, because we want nice houses and we want nice things. But I feel like the developers that we're dealing with now understand that and are in cooperation with us, and they're doing what we're asking them to do. So I know I hear that same stuff, and quite frankly, that's why I don't go out there as much as I used to.
The way it works is the developer builds the infrastructure to our specifications, and then we take over the maintenance of it after that.
Yes.
The infrastructure even beyond that developer's property.
Yeah.
So I'll say two more things, and I'll sit down and get
Yes.
back out of here so you won't hate me too much. When I went around, when I was trying to get a comfier chair here,
Yes.
something that came up again and again that I heard people, especially on Elmwood Street, say is that they don't get information from the village.
I've heard that too.
Oh, okay, so I like pen and paper as well. And you're never going to stop the rumor mill, but what if there was a publication that went out with some amount of frequency
I tell you what, if we
giving
can,
your position, not social media?
gotcha.
Something with water
something in
bills
writing.
or
If we can
something like
raise the
that.
water bill 30% to cover the cost of that, we'll do that. Or if we can raise the income tax from 1% to 1.5 to put out a publication for all these people to get that. Look, you can come to a meeting, you can watch it online. I don't know what else. Or read the minutes, or call Matt, or call me. And believe me, I get calls all the time, as does he. We're an open book. I just feel like to go to I don't know any village that says, hey man, this is what we're gonna, we're an open book. I just feel like sometimes people don't take the time. They gotta make an effort too if they wanna know what's going on. I agree with you.
I'm just,
Right.
Yeah.
well,
You're just the messenger.
but I'd be interested what a piece of quarterly junk mail would cost to put out. And I know there are dollars and cents
Are you
attached to that.
volunteering for that?
I'd be happy to pin it, yes.
We do put messages in the water bill.
Be careful what you offer.
Well, but again, I'm talking to a demographic of folks that may or may not be getting their information on Facebook, which I realize is less and less of us all the time, but
Right. No, and I guess I just feel like we're just so open here that if somebody has a question or a concern, make a phone call. Come to a meeting. I've lived here for 21 years, and before that I grew up here, and I don't ever remember the council reporting to us. If we had a question, we asked it. You know what I mean? That's what got me interested in coming here and being a part of this. Was I started coming to meetings, and I'm like, well, that isn't, we should, and that's why I'm here. So I applaud you for coming, and you can ask any question you want.
I appreciate that.
And
Thanks for
I
having me.
welcome that. And I don't mean to be aggressive, but I just get so,
You're fine.
I see it so much that it drives me crazy, because I know all these people around this table, it ain't like they're making a bunch of money. They're making decisions based off of what's good for the village, and for not much money. And
And just so you know, when I leave here, any questions asked of me, I try to report to the best of my knowledge. And I
Yes.
stop when I don't know the answer. But
Yep.
that's exactly when.
no, and I
that's
believe
exactly
that
when-
wholeheartedly.
When,
Yes,
when other people will let their imaginations fill in the potholes.
right,
And
and that's
some
what
of us
happens.
would spend the village into bankruptcy to fix the water, but Brian won't let us.
Yeah,
I tell them that.
that's true. That's why we're not gonna be bankrupt. That's right.
One other thing about the open and transparency, you see those awards up there? When we get audited every 2 years, questions are asked about the open meeting laws and how to get them out in public, and we wouldn't get that if we weren't thinking
Yeah. I just feel like we are an open book, period. So any more questions, feel free to
Thank
come,
you.
John,
Thank you.
anytime.
Sorry to.
Yeah, you're
Sure.
okay. Don't be sorry.
Thanks for
I'm
coming.
good. Yes.
For asking. Next.
Mr. Coutinho.
Mr. Coutinho.
Everybody knows me by now.
Yes.
I'm Jim Coutinho. I own the campus. I own the Loney's across the street, which is getting annexed yet next. And then we're gonna keep moving to 37. So we got a lot of growth. You guys are working with me. It's great. It's just way slower than I like to see, because you're right. Every month them interest bills come and checks are getting wrote. So I just want to say thanks. We did get annexed. I mean, we're on our final step, so it is part of Baltimore now. We're jumping across the street now, so that'll be next. Jeff's working on that, and we'll be moving down the road. So,
Yeah.
yeah, if you guys have any questions, I mean, the board actually denied the 500 houses. That was a trailer park.
We didn't even think. Yeah.
So,
Other
Thank
people
you.
miss that.
okay, well, I wasn't personally supporting that, but when you have someone,
No, if somebody comes and says they want to talk, we have to listen.
Right.
Every person that wants to make a pitch, they get to make a pitch.
Thurston actually denied them too on the other
Right.
farm.
Gotcha.
for sale in
Yes.
Thurston, so.
Yeah, and
That's
I
good.
want to make it really clear when we talk about the division of who's getting annexed and who's not. I love Thurston. I love but there's
We were really
We're-
close to signing with Thurston.
right, and I feel like we're still one community, but there's also certain things. They got their own village and we have our own village, and we got to look out what's best for our
Same
village.
schools, so.
It is the same schools, 100%.
So, on another note, is Liberty Ridge DR Horton?
Yes,
Are they proposing solar streetlights?
they are not.
Darn it.
They are not.
Did you get the letter my daughter
That's on
wrote?
the agenda tonight, what you're proposing.
I got an attachment and my response was, is this the light that she's talking about? I didn't hear
Yeah.
back.
So with the development, we have proposed solar lights, which is, alright, so everybody else says no, they want the old AEP, big electric.
No.
The reason we want the AEP is because when you're long gone and that light goes out, AEP has to come fix it, not the
Do you
village.
know how easy it is to replace a solar light?
I do not.
It's 2 bolts. There's no wiring. You don't have any issues with underground stuff going on. It has a 2-year warranty. I'm sure we're under our bond. It's longer than 2 years. It's probably a 5-year maintenance bond or
That I
something
don't
we
know.
have to give. Which I do need to get. My banker wants to know our bonding requirements.
Okay.
But I would love to really even get DR Horton maybe to change, because they haven't moved ground and really think about that solar lighting. It's
Are you
definitely
shaking
the
your
way
head?
of the
I'm
future.
shaking that head, yes, because I brought it up when I talked about how nice it would be to have village lamps down like Market
Right.
and or Main Street. But,
Well, it's not up to me. That's the
So-
good news.
So you
But
can
mo-
put a lamp in really easy if it's solar, and you
Yeah.
don't have to do a bunch
no
of underground stuff.
infrastructure.
But my thing is like the only thing that comes to my mind is when it breaks, then we're on the hook for fixing it. Where it's an AEP light, APP has to fix
But
it.
we keep having complaints about them not getting there to fix the lights, so.
Well,
And
yeah.
if
And it
it's
comes with
$9
and it
a
comes with
month-
a bill from
Yeah.
AP.
Correct.
Right, $9 a month after 10 years. Figure out what you spend.
Well,
Save a
then
lot
that's
of
something
money.
that we should talk about. We should put that on the
think we
agenda the next meeting. And okay.
So that
I like it.
and rolled curbs.
Well, now on the road curbs,
You'll have
I
to
will tell
explain
you.
the benefit of that.
The benefit it saves the homeowner $300 is the bottom line benefit. There's really no benefit going in. It's the same curb machines laying curb the same speed. One's a high back curb, like you can't bounce over it real easy with your car. The other one you can drive right up into your front yard.
Yeah,
Which is the problem I have.
that's the problem.
Yeah.
Roll
It'll
curb.
turn into
I
Oak
think I
Street
know-
where
I can-
everybody
I
parks
can
in their front
visualize it.
yard, okay?
It's this
But I don't
versus
think
that.
you get that
Yeah.
these days with the sidewalk and,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's-
So they've been improved, is what you're saying.
Right.
It's still a curb, and then you have a grass strip, and then you have the sidewalk. My
Yeah.
daughter lives on Oak Street, and yeah, we bounce up and park on the sidewalk because it's gravel between the.
Well, it didn't
pavement
used to
and
be,
the
but it is now. When they start parking there, it turns to mud, and then they pull gravel there, and now it's gravel, and now it isn't ever going to be what it was before. So,
Right.
yeah, I just,
And I catch myself parking up on the sidewalk there, so when I get out, I'm not in the
Yeah.
mud.
Yeah.
But we don't. I mean, she drives out back and pulls up in her. grass.
Well, that'll be another discussion for,
Roll
The
curb.
roll curb saves the customer. Honestly, that's the bottom line. It saves the customer.
they're spending a bunch of money. What's another $300?
yeah,
That's,
it's
Yeah,
just nice to have a
300 here,
really
300
defined
on a light,
approach with curbs and sidewalks, and
I mean, the curb's still there.
I know, but the defined approach isn't.
Is there research that's been done that we can know?
Either way,
Yeah.
really the biggest research is they're not driving in their grass.
Right.
Yeah, I do.
I like a full curb, so I know where I stand on it,
Sounds
but
like I'm gonna have a hard one with that.
yes, you are. You are.
Either way, the development's going whether we.
I
drive
know,
it.
I know. Well,
Right.
look, there's going to be things like that's going to come up. We're just going to have to work them out. That's
The
all.
bigger one, I really truly believe solar lights is the way to go.
Well, and maybe it is. I don't know.
Curbs, we're saving $300. on it.
Okay. Well,
And
we'll.
then my daughter did get a letter from Rumpke,
saying that they're no
Right.
longer doing her trash, but
And-
local waste hasn't sent nothing out yet. So they're like, "What are we doing with our trash?"
They're
Dad?"
getting something the middle of this week.
Okay.
yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
start till
good.
January 1.
Yeah, she just
Yeah.
first person she calls us.
Yeah. No worries.
I'm sure you know. I'm like,
Yeah,
don't
they-
worry
they
about
should
they
be
got
contacted.
together.
That's why we passed that by emergency, was so that they could get started switching them out.
Right.
Because if we hadn't, it was gonna be the last Monday, or the fourth Monday in
Yeah.
December before an official decision was made.
And we
And
weren't
then
gonna do
everything
that.
had to be switched in like a week.
Jim, did your daughter receive the email? Like, did she sign up to get their the email updates through the website? Because we sent out something last Monday that introduced the concept of local waste coming on and kind of gave a little bit of a blurb as to when they should expect communication. That
I
might be
don't
something
know.
she might want to sign
Yeah.
up for.
And that probably would help his.
That might be something, John, too, as you're talking with people. We do put out blasts through our website. People can go on the website and sign up to receive those email blasts. They can also get on the village's Facebook page and sign up to receive notifications. And it's not as detailed as a council meeting, but we do put information out through that.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah.
Those
Thank
solar
you.
streetlights you're proposing, do they get brighter when things come by and then dim back down when nothing's moving?
They
or
can.
Okay.
If that's what you want to do. I'd say before that development starts, we do get a uniform.
That would.
Whether we're on AAP or solar, I think you should.
Yeah, well, they're not far enough along. We can figure that out. That's something that we do need to talk
They
about
do
in
have
service.
them. They also have motion detectors, like if you'd walk under it, the street light would turn on.
It is on the agenda tonight.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Which that's a really nice benefit. If they turn on, if people are out walking, if you have families that
Yeah,
are
but you-
utilizing,
So you'd want them
The
to go
sidewalks?
off and be dark?
no, I'm
Dim.
saying.
She's
dim
agreeing
Ones
with
I've
you.
seen just go dim, they don't go
But
dark.
they
Yeah.
at least,
Yeah.
yeah.
They go, there's
Okay.
3 options you can do.
Okay, well, that's
I
on
don't
the
think you'd
agenda
want 'em
tonight.
all the way up.
No, but I was thinking some way to.
The lighting
Okay,
apparatus
that Okay.
P3 was recommending,
okay.
and that could be a part of a larger conversation.
Oh, I see that right here. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's what
Okay.
made me bring it up.
thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Bibler, anything?
Nope.
I see my friend Steve Kinney back there. Okay, so we're gonna go to village administrative reports. I don't really have anything, but I do have one thing. So, the last couple of years, the village employees, we get together with them and we have a lunch for Christmas time. It's not a party, there's no drinking, but it's a lunch. Employee holiday appreciation lunch, as Matt puts it, which is good. Last year, we spent like just less than $350 for the police department and all the village employees. We could just do it, but I'm at least asking if everyone's okay with that.
Well, they need to do a motion.
We have to do a motion.
Well, Foreman makes a motion that we approve money to have a appreciation
And
party
you are
for
all
the-
welcome to come as well.
for the employees.
I
Yes.
second that. I think that's a great idea, and I know last year it was
Yeah.
really appreciated.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. You can come if you want to. I'm cooking.
Yeah.
And what's the date on
just
that?
can't
Do we
wear
know
that
a date
hoodie.
yet?
What is it? Do you have a date on that?
December 17th.
December 17th, yes. Is that a Wednesday?
Curry,
Good.
What?
you seconded.
Oh,
my motion.
yes.
Is there any discussion on that?
I can send that date out to council. when
Yes,
we
please do.
finalize it.
Can I get a vote on that, Brian, a roll call?
Yeah. Foreman,
Yes.
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 Okay, with that, we will turn the next report over to the village administrator, Matt Neinheiser.
Yeah, the only thing I wanted to highlight from my VA report is just that the water modeling project has been completed. In my report, it says that we're meeting this week. We're actually meeting next week. I had to push that back for V3. And they're going to be doing a review with us along with kind of an interpretation of the report. I know we don't meet until January, but I'll try to keep good notes to that, and I'll send that out
Oh,
by
we-
email.
Yeah, do I need to bring that up, or how do we do that?
If we don't have a later December meeting, I'll make
Yes.
sure that I send that out so that you guys can review that at your
I think last year we did not have a meeting the week of Christmas, and I would suggest that we not have a meeting the week of Christmas.
For some reason, it seems like there was something we needed to meet, though,
you
the
need it
27th.
because the trash contract.
But we
Well, it's
don't
already
anymore
passed.
because we passed it by
I knew
emergency,
there was
so.
something.
Yeah, that
Do
was
we have
it.
to wait for motions, or can we do it now?
No, we can do it now. Foreman makes a motion that we cancel the meeting
I
for
second it.
December 22nd.
Can I get a roll call on that?
Discussion.
Oh, discussion. All right, I'm
This
sorry.
is to cancel the, December 22nd.
Yes, sir.
council meeting.
Yes, sir. Unless you want to come meet me and
Nope.
we'll hang out.
Nope. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for being here.
Yep.
Any discussion? Okay, now may I get a roll call or a vote on that?
Yes.
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 Okay. Next administration report would be Mr. Fiscal Officer, which we kind of went over everything. Yeah.
I don't have nothing like that.
Yes, sir. Mr. Solicitor, do you have anything?
No, no new legislation, two pieces of legislation on for second reading only, and then, two ordinances on for third and final reading, and that's all I have.
Yes, sir. Let's go to village committee reports. First one will be Finance Committee.
Yeah, finance met today at 6, evening 6, and we went over the budget and pretty much recommend approving the budget for fiscal year 26, and recommend council begin the conversation with the population, the citizens, on increasing our income tax by a small amount to increase revenues.
Just talk about it, yeah.
Yeah. Just to get the conversation started.
Yes.
Other than that, that's it for service.
Finance Committee?
Or finance, I mean, service is next. Of course, service isn't gonna meet till a new,
Till
January when
Yeah.
there's a new, committee.
Safety?
Safety did not meet. We'll meet, first meeting in January.
Rules?
Mayor rules met tonight, and I think we pretty well cleared our agenda except for discrepancies in ordinances and
Yeah.
and so forth. So I think we're ready to enter the new year with a fairly clean slate.
Good. Public safety reports. Chief, do you have anything?
So the training center is, complete, the shell of it's complete except for the garage floor, which will be done the next couple days. Looks good, so unfortunately it's gonna have to wait for warmer weather to do the next steps, it's just gonna sit there for a little while, but, other than that, everything's going on.
Super. Anything, did you go to a meeting by any chance for the Basel joint? I don't think there was one, was there?
The next scheduled meeting is on and it's a workshop to begin to finalize the budget for next budget cycle. So there's a meeting at 6 o'clock and 6:10, like a workshop for us, and then there's another meeting to finalize the budget on the 18th at Station 610 to adopt the final budget for the next fiscal year.
Okay. Okay. Village committees, Planning and Zoning Commission is meeting this Thursday to go over a few different things. Tree Commission, we're waiting to hear back to see if we get approved for the grant, is that right? We already got the grant, okay,
We'll start work after the first.
okay. Records Commission, anything there, Brian?
No, there won't be anything on this till at least April.
Can we take that off then?
No,
No?
it stays on.
All right. All right, we're gonna go right into motions. We have no first readings. We're gonna go into the second readings. This is a bill sponsored by Mr. Foreman. Ordinance 2025-44, an ordinance to rezone Zero Horder Road at 73.503 acre parcel currently known as parcel number 024255580 to Village Office, Institutional Office. That's the one that the
The school has acquired that property for future growth, so to accommodate their future needs, we are zoning that appropriately for their needs.
Okay.
Stays on for a third reading,
Okay.
pass that in January.
Yes. Next one is sponsored by Ms. McCurry.
Yeah. We'll schedule that. We'll get that posted.
Okay.
Okay, next one is ordinance 2025-47, an ordinance amending Chapter 254, the Tree Commission, membership and officers in order to increase the number of members.
Basically, we would like to increase the numbers from 3 to 5 to, I believe it's 5 to 7
Yeah,
members.
yeah, it's good. Okay, we can
More
go,
involvement.
we can let that go to a third reading as well. Okay, now we're gonna go to the third reading. This next one is, sponsors by Ms. McCurry, ordinance 2025-41, an ordinance authorizing the village administrator to enter to agreement with Jacobs Engineering Group for the professional services for the improvements wastewater treatment plant and a declaration, well, this is the third reading. It wasn't a declaration of emergency.
Well, it goes into effect immediately.
Yes.
Council adopts it this evening,
So. Is there any questions or discussion on that? Do we vote on that now, Brian?
Motion to adopt.
So just want to state again, so this is basically to allow us to enter into an agreement with Jacobs Engineering, which then they can help advise us as to what's going to be best and most advantageous to the village moving forward with water and wastewater. So, and I guess it's just the wastewater.
Yes.
So I would like to move to adopt ordinance 2025-41.
Foreman seconds.
Any discussion on that? Can I get a roll call on that, Brian?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance passed. Okay, next one is Mr. Phillips is the sponsor, ordinance 2025-42, a permanent annual appropriations in the ordinance of the Village of Baltimore, Ohio for 2026, and the declaration, it's not a declaration of emergency because it's the third reading, correct?
Again, it's just so it takes effect.
Goes in effect right away. Any discussion on that? If not, can I have a motion to
No, there's no motion. to
There's no
adopt
motion to
yet.
adopt it, yeah.
I'll make a motion, we adopt.
Thank you.
Foreman seconds.
No, if there's no discussion, can we have a roll call, please?
Yes.
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 The reason why the emergency language goes into effect,
Right.
if it didn't have it, then it wouldn't go into effect until January 8th, and I couldn't do any.
I gotcha. Table ordinances, we have none. Any old business?
I want to say something old business, just want it on the record, the Rumpke thing, I didn't like the way it went down. Call it what you want. We're fixing something that wasn't broken.
Anybody else? Okay, new business. Liberty Ridge Streetlight option.
Yeah, so in your packet,
So I thought this was not Liberty Ridge.
well, so this came about because we don't have anything in our codified ordinance that.
Defining what we want.
Exactly.
So
So
this is,
V3, we did a little bit of research, they looked at some other communities, what AEP would accept as a service, that they would be willing to service. And they sent this to us as their proposed option. Of
Okay.
course, it's not what we have to do.
right,
And we just wanted to include this.
and then all developers would match this.
Exactly.
Okay.
This light looks a lot like the light that is used over there by the strip of street over by the car company. The street lights that are there. What is that street? It goes back to the apartments. The name of the street.
By the car wash and.
Yeah. Anyway, this would match that. And when we talked with like Steve Cothrell with the
Vivian Lane?
commission and stuff like that.
Vivian Lane, yeah.
Vivian Lane. He said, he recommended, just as somebody who worked in parks and somebody who worked with streetscapes and stuff like that, that we would try to use a light that would match that. With the option, and there is an option to use a cover so that it's not illuminating all the way around, it would just illuminate out and down.
Right.
It gets decorative with ribs and bands, but anyway, we just wanted to present this to council to consider, maybe along with now solar as well, but wanted to present it to you guys.
Okay.
I would really like to suggest that we look into our options, so we don't too quickly adopt one specific type of light, especially with there being many more options with solar, that kind of thing. Just at least if maybe if we could talk to someone from a municipality or development that they're utilizing the solar lights,
We could
how
probably
they've
reach out
proven
to
themselves.
V3. We had told V3 we were interested in a light that was wired, so that's why they provided this. They would probably work with other municipalities that have used solar, and I know Jim has an example of one too, so we could submit them and have them take a look at that and present something to council.
May I
Could
ask
we
a
get
question?
copies of his?
Yeah.
May I
Do that
ask
right
a
now.
question? Do you have any other developments in which you have utilized the solar lights? Have you utilized,
Personally, no, but
Okay.
we work in the developments with them. It's
have they proven themselves to be less maintenance or not,
So,
and how long have
obviously,
they been?
we haven't had them up 10 years yet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So it's definitely a newer thing. We noticed that, in parking lots, we use a lot of them,
Mhm.
like private parking lots. The starters do go out, like, either the starter's going out in it within like 30, 60 days, or they're lasting forever.
Mhm.
And they come with 2-year warranty usually, and it's literally, it's on a pole, it's just a couple bolts you bolt down on it. So you take the whole head off, and I was even suggesting that, make the developer buy 3 extra, but the problem with that is they don't have a good shelf life for the battery,
Mhm.
if that battery's not being utilized.
Okay.
He wants the
So-
solar, not this one.
Yeah, this is a solar. My only thing is, on any light, is you don't want it 360 because you don't want it shining back into the houses. So
Right.
Right.
It has a cover to help with
And up into the sky, cause,
lighting
yeah.
pollution, but
exactly.
it doesn't have we'd have to dimensional it out, so it's not lighting into somebody's.
Well, we need to get with and see what our other options are with V3 on the
I'll reach out to them.
the
Right.
solar, and we'll talk about the solar.
I just know that we've talked about the expense of the lights here in the village.
Yes.
It's expensive.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're not updating them to LED, they're leaving
Correct.
them high pressure
So,
sodium,
I mean, that's been an issue.
not improving.
Gotcha. Well, if it's,
Just to
I
look at
think
the
I think the
options,
other
think
thing
would
that
be
you
wise.
said earlier, Brandy, too, is the lights that are like over like
They're not
Washington,
being,
they're not fixing them on a timely manner.
right, and
Yeah.
then people, residents in the village don't
Yeah.
understand, those are not the village's
Right.
responsibility,
But the solar ones would be.
so.
You got a bucket truck already?
Yes, sir, we do.
Simply filling up the bucket, couple bolts and
Yeah.
placing all heads.
If there's
No, he
solar
means
lights,
If there's solar and we were
if there's solar and we're
responsible for
responsible, yeah,
them.
yeah,
Not the
obviously,
AEP
yeah.
ones, no.
No, we're not allowed to touch the AEP ones. All right, well,
But
we'll look,
overall, it
yeah.
could potentially save money and enough to,
Well, yeah, if it saves money,
So.
we should be. All right, well, so we'll look into bringing that up at the next meeting, perhaps. Matthew, like getting some lights about that, okay?
We'll be ready for next meeting.
Okay.
thank you.
Do any visitors have anything else left to say? Okay, can I get a last call? Next meeting will be held, Hmm. Next meeting will be held January 12th at 7 PM. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Foreman second.
All right, can I have a roll call on that?
Aye.
There we go.
And can I add real quickly while the mics are still on? So the Opera House will be hosting Lion Witch and the Wardrobe, 19th, 20th, 21st. We'd love to have your support. That's the Children's Theater.